Are the Lakers about to complete one of the most strategically brilliant yet risky trade scenarios in franchise history by pursuing Andrew Wiggins in a complex three-team deal that could either secure championship glory or devastate their future flexibility? This potential blockbuster trade represents everything fascinating and terrifying about modern NBA roster construction. We're looking at the Lakers potentially sacrificing significant future assets to acquire a proven veteran who could be the missing piece for immediate championship contention. But the stakes couldn't be higher, and the margin for error is virtually non-existent when you're talking about trading away 2 first-round picks for a player who's talented but not necessarily transcendent. Let's break down why Andrew Wiggins has become such an intriguing target for the Lakers, and whether this trade makes sense from both basketball and organizational perspectives. Wiggins brings exactly the kind of two-way versatility that championship teams desperately need, especially when you're trying to maximize the remaining prime years of superstars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The defensive component cannot be overstated. Wiggins has consistently proven he can guard elite perimeter scorers, which addresses one of the Lakers' most glaring weaknesses. His ability to switch defensively and handle multiple positions would give him the kind of scheme versatility that becomes crucial during playoff series when teams are specifically targeting your weak links. When you're facing teams like the Celtics, Nuggets, or other elite offensive units, having someone who can slow down their primary scorers becomes absolutely essential. What makes Wiggins particularly appealing is his championship experience with Golden State in 2022. He's been in those pressure-packed situations where every possession matters, and he's proven he can elevate his game when the stakes are highest. That kind of proven playoff production represents exactly what the Lakers need to complement their existing core pieces. The fit alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis creates some genuinely exciting possibilities. Wiggins doesn't require heavy ball usage to be effective, which means he can operate efficiently within their offensive system without disrupting the flow or taking touches away from their primary creators. His three-point shooting provides necessary spacing, while his cutting ability in basketball IQ allow him to find opportunities within the offense naturally. But let's examine this proposed three-team trade structure more carefully, because the details reveal both the brilliance and the potential pitfalls of this deal. The Lakers will be sending Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and 2 future first-round picks to Miami, while Golden State gets salary cap flexibility and future options. This represents a significant investment in immediate improvement at the cost of long-term asset management. Trading away 2 first-round picks is always a risk, especially for a franchise that needs to consider their post-LeBron future. Draft capital has become incredibly valuable in today's NBA, both for developing young talent and for facilitating future trades. These picks could be the difference between maintaining competitiveness and entering a rebuilding phase when their current core age is out. However, the Lakers' championship window considerations make this trade more defensible. LeBron James is approaching the twilight of his career, and maximizing his remaining elite years might be worth sacrificing future flexibility. Championship opportunities are rare and precious, and if Wiggins helps him secure another title, the trade becomes immediately justified regardless of the long-term costs. The salary matching aspects also work favorably for all parties involved. Moving Vincent and Hachimura allows the Lakers to upgrade their wing position while potentially improving their overall roster balance. Vincent has struggled with injuries and consistency, while Hachimura, despite his talent, hasn't quite developed into the reliable contributor they need for championship contention. Miami's involvement makes perfect sense as they acquire young talent and future assets that align with their organizational timeline. Getting Hachimura gives them a versatile forward who could develop into a significant contributor, while the draft picks provide them with future flexibility for additional moves or prospect development. The projected starting lineup with Wiggins creates some intriguing dynamics. Having D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Wiggins, LeBron, and Davis gives them a blend of shooting, playmaking, and defense that could compete with anyone in the league. Wiggins' defensive versatility would allow them to switch more effectively, while his offensive contributions provide another reliable scoring option. But there are legitimate concerns about this trade that Lakers fans should consider carefully. Wiggins' production has been somewhat inconsistent since his all-star season with Golden State. While he's proven he can be a valuable contributor, expecting him to be a game-changing addition might be unrealistic. The Lakers will be paying a significant price for a player who's more of a solid role player than a difference-making star. The injury risk also deserves consideration. Wiggins has had his own health concerns throughout his career, and adding another potentially injury-prone player to a roster that already includes several players with medical history could be problematic. Championship runs require depth and reliability, and if key players are unavailable during crucial moments, even the most talented rosters can fall short. The chemistry integration represents another variable that's difficult to predict. While Wiggins has shown he can fit into established systems, every team dynamic is different. The Lakers would need him to mesh quickly with their existing players and adapt to their style of play without significant adjustment periods that could cost them games early in the season. From Golden State's perspective, this trade might signal their willingness to pivot toward a different roster construction approach. Moving Wiggins creates financial flexibility and potentially opens up more opportunities for their younger players to develop. If they're concerned about his long-term fit with their current core, trading him now while his value remains substantial makes organizational sense. The timing considerations make this trade even more complex. Making this move now means the Lakers are committing to their current core for foreseeable future and betting that this group can compete for championships immediately. If they struggle early in the season, or if injuries derail their campaign, the cost of this trade becomes much more painful to absorb. But here's what makes this potential trade so compelling despite the risks. Championship teams often need to make bold moves that sacrifice future flexibility for immediate improvement. The Lakers are in a unique position where they have established superstars who can compete right now, but they need complementary pieces who can elevate their ceiling during playoff competition. Wiggins' previous success against elite players, including his defensive work against players like Luka suggests he could be particularly valuable during playoff matchups against the Western Conference's best teams. Having someone who can slow down opposing stars while contributing offensively creates the kind of two-way impact that can swing playoff series. The question ultimately comes down to risk tolerance and championship aspirations. Are the Lakers willing to sacrifice significant future assets for a player who could be the difference between another disappointing playoff exit and a legitimate championship run? Given LeBron's age and their current competitive window, this might represent exactly the kind of calculated risk that championship organizations need to take. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Should the Lakers pull the trigger on a deal that could define their championship chances? Or are they risking too much future flexibility for uncertain immediate improvement? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button if this trade scenario has you as conflicted as every Lakers fan should be right now.